to the garden. It's time for some old-fashioned racing, old school, 1950s. One of the best eras, in my opinion. I hope you're doing well out there. I'm so excited for this today, as we got a Maserati 250F peeling out down the pits. Oh, look at this machine. I just can't. I've been playing this game. I've been playing this game for, gosh, is it 12 years now? That's crazy. I've been playing this game for 12 years, and this is still one of my favorite looking, driving, anything cars. Where am I? There I am. How are you doing? Welcome back. Here for some 50s Grand Prix racing around, gosh, could you get much better circuits than this? The old Bremgarten Swiss Grand Prix track from the 1950s. Got a whole bunch of folks. Look at these two nice guys here. Hello. Everybody's excited to see some Grand Prix cars zooming on by these cobblestone streets. We've got a bunch of folks with their binoculars. Not sure you're going to need your binoculars right here, but here we go. Here comes somebody. We'll get nice and low for the speed shot. I flinched. I flinched. I love this. I love going. I do this all the time. Probably on stream as well, but I love sitting in the seats. Okay, everybody's staring at me, which is kind of off-putting. But I love sitting in the seats and thinking what it must have been like to be here and see these kind of races happen. He's using the binoculars backwards. There you go. You got like the scoring tower and stuff over here. This is, of course, a Fat Alfie track for Assetto Corsa, the original one, of course. This is like, yeah, some sort of scoring tower. Get a great view out. Of course, got the old school scoreboard and everything up here. But yeah, this is where they had the Swiss Grand Prix in the 1950s before the tragedy at Le Mans outlawed racing, motorsports in Switzerland outside of like hill climbs. Which is still in place to this day. But this is where they did the Grand Prix racing. And if you've not seen this course before, you're in for a treat today. I've featured a video with this exact combo in the past when it was newer, when I was younger. But yes, we're here for a double header, a dual race, two 30-minute races that will be starting in just about an hour. We've got about 25 minutes left of some practicing, and then we've got a 30-minute qualifying session, and then we've got the races. But I thought I'd get started a little bit earlier today because I've just been having a lot of fun with this. This is one of those combos that I like. This is a series that THR is doing. It's the group that I did the Vintage Le Mans with Jimmy and Nate with, and I have a link to their website and Discord and everything in the description of this stream. But this is a series they're doing. This is the second round of it. I think it's just 6 rounds. I don't know if I'll be doing any more rounds. This is actually like the practice races. They have the full distance race on Sundays, but wanted to do this one specifically. Maybe if we have a good time, I'll want to do more of them. There's some other really good tracks coming too, which would be fun to throw the old Maserati around on. But yeah, I'm excited for this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm not sure. There's really like nobody on the practice server right now, which is fine. Could go out and do some laps and stuff, but yeah. I don't know if they lifted the ban or not. Maybe. I have to ask somebody more knowledgeable than I. But yeah, I've been doing a bit of like practice and prep and stuff for this, and it's been going pretty well. Yeah, I did. Yes, when I did Grand Prix Legends in the 1955 season, I did with the 55 mod. I did a race around here. But all right, yeah. So we just got 30-minute races, a couple of them, and you know the goal will be obviously to get to the end of those. And I've seen there's a couple other really fast folks in this. I'm sure there's people that haven't driven yet. I think last I checked there was 15 or 16 signups, so it'll be a good little grid. And yeah, just ready to have a little fun. There's a couple other folks just popped in here. But I figure I'll go out and do a couple laps, and if you haven't seen the course, I can introduce it to you. And I don't know, show you what Bremgarten, why I'm so excited about this. I hope you've been doing well. I've been away for a couple weeks from sim racing stuff, just taking a break. The last couple streams, I saw somebody ask in the chat earlier, the Mexico race didn't really happen, unfortunately. There was like some server trouble during it, a couple aborted starts. I was also driving awful in the start that went about an hour. We actually got to the driver swap for Nate to take over, and the server died there. But I drove really, really poorly, and yeah, they're still on. I guess if you like want to see it, they're still on my Discord and everything. And they're not private. They're just delisted because it's kind of false advertising to say there was a full race there. But yeah, that race went poorly just because of all that stuff, and I was driving so poorly. And then Sebring, I was having all the stream issues, and so it's been a while since I've had something go well. And so I'm hoping at minimum this is just a lot of fun today, and that it just goes well. That would be a huge relief. But this is the stock. So this is the 250F that comes with Assetto Corsa, the stock one. It is the 6-cylinder car. There's a 6 and a 12. And the 6 was the one that the drivers, Fangio, Sterling Moss, the great drivers of the time liked the 6-cylinder more for its driving. I'm not sure that 12 was ever super popular or successful. I honestly don't know. I know the 6 was around a lot longer though, and it's definitely the one to drive. But this is the full stock version of it that comes with Assetto Corsa, or one of the official DLCs. I forget which one. There is a wonderful mod for this car, which I personally like just a little bit more, but it doesn't mean that this one isn't good. But the mod fixes a couple physics things and makes it just feel a little more like I'd imagine it would. But it's still a ton of fun like it is here. So no problem driving the stock one once in a while. Good sounding car. It's got such a specific driving style, and it's just so fun that yeah, I can't get enough. But we'll go out and do a couple quick laps here. Yeah, we got about 20 minutes till the qualifying session, so plenty of time. So this is about as natural a course as you can get. Dip on down towards the quarry here. It is just roads in a park in Switzerland. This is really tricky corner. This car is all about getting the car into a corner correctly. Both, you got to slow down way early, but you need to get on the throttle basically before you start cornering, ideally. And it makes it really tricky at first, but so rewarding to get right. Get down to third gear here. Hopefully I don't get it wrong at all today. Slide it down the top of the hill. All right, the bottom of the hill here has got 2 second gear right-handers. Quite long. The second one, though, this is the money corner here. I forget the actual name of it, but we'll get it down to second. This is the one you got to get right because it leads on to a pretty high-speed section. Just a 4-speed in this car, 4 on the floor. This car would have had the throttle pedal in the middle. If you remember Taruffi's book, Maseratis, usually had the throttle in the middle. I have not changed my pedals around today, so shame on me. All right, now the back side of this course, as we head back towards kind of the start area, is one of the trickier parts because it kind of looks all the same. This is a really tight chicane. I think this is Trentino corner. Our friend Maurice got a corner named after him. All right, keep it a bit wide here and come up to very, very difficult braking, especially when you're on a good lap, because it turns right at about the 100 marker, which is when you need to be braking the most. But I think it's Eichholz here. Why was the throttle in the middle? I think simply because there wasn't a standard way to do it, and I'm sure there are times where, especially with a 3-pedal car, that might be better. But there wasn't a standard. It's tough to imagine now the controls for a car were still not fully standardized. Not until the 60s, really. All right, hopefully everything is looking, sounding good. A lot of flames coming out the back. I mean, pre-World War II, a lot of cars still had the throttle as like a lever on the steering column. It wasn't even a pedal. I could lap this car around this track all day. This is just the most perfect combination to me. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. I turned off some of the HUD. It feels wrong to drive this car with too much HUD, but I left up the relatives so we can see who we're racing, since I don't know who the other drivers are, and then just the laps. I've got the pit board though. Every time we pass the start line, we'll get my lap times and stuff. Really easy to lock up the brakes with this car. I mean, you don't have a lot of tire to use. All right, that was a 233.5. I've done a 229 when I was like really pushing in qualifying type mode. But yeah, sub 230s are what I'm aiming for today with the qualifying. I think the race will be a little more survival. I don't really care about the lap time. Whoa, we're gonna be a bit wide there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a red car for the race. This is just the one the server handed me for the practice. I kind of like the blue though. This would have firmly been when cars were painted in the driver or team's national colors, and as evidenced by Sterling Moss drove a green, at one point drove a green 250F, I think at Aintree for the British Grand Prix. 54? Do I have it? Yeah, that's one thing that if you have the throttle pedal in the middle, you are committed to right foot braking. Or I guess you could left foot throttle. I should try this as an experiment at some point. Yeah, you would have to left foot throttle if you got right foot on the brake. So you gotta like reverse your whole brain. Oh, that would mess me up for weeks if I tried that. Maybe once I reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll do it. Yeah, I've already had one run in, a couple actually, in practice with folks that either broke like very early for a corner or bounced off one of the fences or something. I think surviving this, getting up front for the qualifying is going to be hugely important to survive these races cleanly. No, do not subscribe to me unless you want to watch this kind of drivel. I don't want the masses. You just feel like the coolest. I don't know. You feel absolutely awesome sliding this thing sideways with a little bit of opposite lock. You can just balance the opposite lock on this car so well that it's just like with the throttle, it just is so satisfying. As long as I don't miss a braking marker, like that's the main thing that gets you into trouble with these cars. It's just you can't brake late. If you miss the braking, you're in the wall. The car can only stop so fast, and it doesn't turn until you're on the throttle. So you have to be done your braking early, so that when you turn in, you can get on the throttle and get it to rotate. And it's once you back it up and get that, it's great. But I still mess it up all the time. If I'm not really on top of the thinking and I go into a corner without getting slowed down enough, you're just kind of screwed. You're just going to understeer into the wall. This is one of the hardest corners in my opinion, because it's pretty deceptive, like how early you have to brake for it and then pitch it in and hope that you turned in hard enough. Yeah, you kind of feel like you're just I mean, the car is wandering. I've got the diff completely loose so that it's super nimble, but it just kind of wanders around the track. And you just let it do it, you know, give it some little nudges of correction, but let it float. Let it just go around, do what it wants to do here. Extra throttle there, bounce off the inside curb. Now in real life, I imagine you'd beat a tire doing something like that, hitting it on the curbs, but we're going to be a little bit lucky today that we'll get away with it. But I'm going to try to not do it very much. That was a 231.5, 1.8 seconds off Jesse. It's been very quick. We're just in practice right now. If you're just jumping in, I'm going to be qualifying here in about 10 minutes, and then we've got 2 30-minute races today. It should be about at least 15 other cars on the grid, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I saw in the chat, how do you pass? And that's a great question. I've not really raced other humans around this track, so I don't really know how to pass yet. We got 2 races to figure it out, though. I know at least Valentine is in here today too, who is mighty quick. I think they've set the quickest time so far. A little bit too fast there, but caught it. bit too early on the turn in there, but I had enough to get it before it ran into the fence. I was trying to look up the names of the corners earlier, but this back section, it's tough to find a good map of this track that actually depicts it like you see it here. But I think this is Trintignant, which I believe would be named for Maurice Trintignant, which was a Grand Prix driver in the 50s and 60s. I think he was famously one of the drivers that ended up in the drink. Or no, was that Hawkins who I'm thinking of? Yeah, that Fangio video is very good. All right, I'll do one more lap here and park it. I'm not sure this is the actual server I need to be on for the race. Way too hot there. I missed the apex completely. So bumpy down here in the quarry. Nope. Nope. And we're dead. Good thing those trees are not solid. Oh boy. That's that would be game over in real life. Completely game over. I turned the force feedback way down for this. It is super vibrating on this track. There's so many bumps. Will I do the Trans Am? I signed up for the Trans Am series. I will not be able to do all the rounds. But I'm hoping to make at least a few of them, Casper. I think I'll be able to make the first one. It's probably the first of many times that I'm going to spear myself into the woods today. Hopefully never during the race. All right, let me see if we're on the right server, though. Yeah, I got the second fastest time in this practice session, at least. I don't know if this is... It's one of the things that makes... Okay, in 6, I think I see it. Every community does things a little bit differently, so you got to learn all the... It's nothing they're doing wrong. It's just like Sroll does it a little differently than THR. He does it a little differently than Syndicate was doing it, and HRSC, and you got to make sure you know how everybody does these things. All right. Yeah, the practice here, I can actually show, let me pull up the aggregated results for the week. We can get a quick feel of who might be the main competition today. But yeah, these are just the results of who's on this server right now. I'm going to be jumping into a different server in a minute. Let's go here. All right. Remember how to stream. Like, don't stream for 2 weeks and I don't remember how to do any of it. All right. So yeah, here's who's on the server right now. So my best time of the week is a 229.9, if you can see that. Jesse did a 228.8. Oh boy. But if we come down, these are the rest of the folks that aren't on the server right now. So Valentine is a 228.7. You got Dry K. Drick with a 229.9. So I think we got at least 4 of us in the 229s on sub 230s, which I think will be mighty, mighty quick. It's going to be tough to get around somebody here if they're, you know, putting together decent laps. So, yeah, but even Andreas Rugel, He's also close to the 229s. We've got a few drivers in the 230s, so should be good. This is not an easy combination, so having a good grid of cars is pretty great. Yes, my wooden wheel. This is the perfect one for this type of car. I can show y'all a little bit the setup I went with too. Although, let me go back here. I found a setup. Flashor, who I think did one of these races, did the last one. They raced at Monza. Shared a setup, and I kind of started with that one. So thanks to Flashor for for the setup starting point and everything. But I floated between a couple different gears, but I think the A36 has slightly better speeds for this track. Second and third are more comfortable in some of the corners. That's where I ended up there. I guess I could actually, I didn't realize in this car you can actually adjust every ratio, so I'm probably not 100% optimized in the gear splits, but it is what it is. Tires, I didn't even really look at they're even when I'm running, so I hope that's good. I'm pretty sure we can do 60 liters of fuel today. This scares me a little bit, but I've had that story corroborate. Should be about 40 liters for the race, so we'll see. Yeah, and suspension-wise, I've lowered the car very low. It's not quite as low as it could go. It's still bottoming out in a few places, but it's pretty soft and very low to help handle the bumps. My diff, like I was saying, is all the way, I guess would be loose, which means, yeah, when you're slowing down for this car, when you're slowing down, the car is going to be more nimble. It's going to want to turn more. The outside wheel will want to be spinning. So I think maybe, I don't know, stability might help, but having the extra rotation, I like it like that. So hopefully it's good one, but I'm mostly just enjoying it to looking forward to driving the track, honestly. All right, let me see here. Let me I'm gonna join the actual race server here. I appreciate y'all joining in though. Hoping I have a good stream finally. It's been a tough few weeks. The old sim racing front. The menu I'm using is part of Content Manager now. It's one of the options in the menus is to enable a new menu. One of the settings in Content Manager. Definitely like it, especially for streaming. It makes everything centered so that it's easier for me to share. All right, should be about 5 seconds till I can join the race server. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it just all goes perfect. All right, I should be able to join this now, I think. Yeah, but I believe we start out right with qualifying here. Yeah, we're in qualifying already, so I'm going to get out there and just start doing some laps. Hold on, there we go. Show you the game. All right, we're in qualifying. We got 30 minutes of qualifying here. I'm just going to put about 55 liters of fuel in and go out and do some laps and hope we get a good time. One of the cars has white walls, oh boy. All right, qualifying, 28 minutes to go. Just try to get a solid banker lap in, and then hopefully start towards the front would be excellent, because I think this is going to be a little bit chaotic the first few corners. Wonderful clouds here in Switzerland today. Whoa, the car behind me ran a bit wide there. Like that. I just love how I'm like opposite lock the entire exit of the corner. It's just beautiful as I blow the next corner. Yeah, good luck, Valco. Try not to put it in the trees. I don't want to start the tree counter. Very messy turn in there. That's one you don't want to get wrong, because if you spit yourself out wide, there's no room on the exit of that corner. It's definitely a sumpo corner. Shout out to all my rally friends out there. All right, come start my first true timed lap. Got 26 minutes to go. It's going to go by very fast, this qualifying. So, got one slower car up the inside here. Hopefully, we can get by before we head into quarry. Just get around on this one with the white walls. All right, just get a nice solid lap in here. Too much slip. All right. Yeah, squash. I might change my daring to say sumpo. Why not? Oreo. Oh, that's harsh. I was way too fast at the bottom of the hill. Dang. It's not too hard of a hit, but we'll let Jesse on by. Is Burt Reynolds better? Maybe. Ryan Blaney's mustache is wild. It's huge. The real-time HUD I'm using is, what's that called? I can look in a few minutes. Substanding, that's what it's called. S-U-B-S-T-A-N-D-I-N-G. All right, I gotta line this one up well. Let me just give a little breath to Jesse in front of me here. Slower blue car up here. So I hope I get them at a good spot. Imagine they're just out of the pits if they're that slow. Oh, oh my God. As I ran wide there, Jesse went, I think he went over the top of the quarry. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on the stream. It's very easy to do something like that around here. I already kind of did it once, so. All right, I just need a good, kept it at second there, which might not be great. That was decent speed through there. All right, on the fast section of the course, catching up to Wesley here. Hopefully I can scoot around them in a good spot. Wesley ran into the wall there. Had to lift. That's a flat corner if you get the line right, but just do the rest of this lap and do another one. Almost clobbered the fence on the inside there. Ugh, come on. Looking for a really late apex here because you want to be straight for this braking. Come across the line. It's a 2:32. That's my first lap. I'm P2 right now. Valentine is in front by over 3 seconds. Ugh. Wow. Wow, I had no brakes there, but you can really pitch it into the corner. Colors are really weird right now. I need to figure out something. I don't know why it's so blown out. Oh, too much understeer there. Just gonna get away with it. There we go. Colors are back to normal. Coming up on another car here. I'm not sure this is a very good lap. I'm in 5th right now. Condor Jocko. Oh, went on the inside there. Slowed down very early because I was afraid he was going to spit back across the track. Yeah, I'll look in a minute at those settings. Need to try to get a good qualifying lap first. There's not enough time in qualifying to wait. That was a 2:33, not a good lap. Come on now. Need to really get right up on that wall on the inside, but you don't want to bounce off of it. Thank you, Punch Waterfall. Not able to read what you said right now, but I appreciate membership to my very sporadic YouTube channel. This is an okay lap so far. A little bit wide there, but I carried speed. Too early on the turn in there. I had to choke it for a second. Still put a ton of slip to make sure I didn't run wide. All right, let's just have a good run. This might be my best lap yet if I can finish strong. Just gentle right-hander here. Come up to Trentino. That was decent. A nice turn in there. Now you want to be wide here for the yellow mailbox and then curve it in on the exit. Out the braking. I didn't quite keep it in the left lane, which is what I want to do there, but it's all right. Make the corner. Squeeze the throttle on. All right, this should be a decent lap. Should at least be my best lap yet. We'll see where this gets me on the grid. Valentine, who's behind me, is the one with the fastest lap so far. A lot of fast cars so far. 2:31. Gets me to P5. Too deep, way too deep. Oh. All right, we'll reset. I'm halfway through qualifying. Luckily, there's like an invisible wall there or something, or we would have gone for a big ride. Let me just quickly see if I can fix whatever the heck is going on with the weather. I don't know why it keeps getting all right, it's like an exposure thing, but I just reset it. Hopefully things are good. All right. I'm gonna lower the fuel even more. Sixth. I was hoping I could start like on the front row, but that might have been. It's tough to know like who practiced ahead of time and like did they actually put in good laps. And so even though I was sitting like third fastest, everybody actually comes to race during the session. Thing is, the outlap is super long here, so you really hurt yourself by going to the pits, but I hit that invisible wall there pretty good. Just walk it down the hill. This corner's pretty difficult too. You kind of want to stay in the left lane here because this one can be nearly flat out if you get the line right. It leads you down to the bottom of the hill. Why can't I do it like that on a good lap? Yeah, it kind of does drive like a rally car. I mean, you do a lot of the same behaviors. Very wide there. All right, we're trying to get back to the line. We got 13 minutes left in this qualifying session. And then we've got two 30-minute races today. And I think the second one is just like I don't actually know how it's gridded. If it's like reverse of the first or something, I don't know. We will see. I don't think it'll be full of reverse, or if it'll just be the same grid or not. All right. P6 right now behind Drick. Hide the curb on the inside. It's all right though. Don't have to worry about blowing our tires here. Wide on the entry there, but I made it up on the exit. It's all right. Darlington stripe here at the bottom of the hill. Can you imagine hitting like a chicken wire fence in a car like this? It would just wrap you up in real life. Not be, it might bounce off a wood wall if you hit it just slightly, but not a chicken wire. Oh, no. Dang, come on. Oh, no. No. It's a difficult corner, too. All right, this is still driving me nuts. Go darken the whole thing a bit. All right, we got 10 minutes. It's all right. I was like, I'm not going to crash at all today. I'm not going to hit anything. I'm just going to drive nice and easy. And then you get into the competitive spirit and you start pushing really hard. I've caught a couple little glimpses of Goodwood so far, but not too much. We're holding P6 right now. Well, I'd love to get into that top 5. I don't know what the gap is. I forgot to look at the pit board, but it doesn't really matter. Just try to drive the fastest lap I can and not hit something. It's just very easy to overdrive this car. come to the end of an outlap here. I really need to just... I know the speed is there. I can definitely knock at least another second off of my time.
Out of the pits, but should squeak by. All right, we're on a lap. 7 minutes to go, 7.5. Just a little before the 150. Get it down, pitch it in on the throttle. That's decent. Up to fourth for just a minute, down to third gear. Didn't quite get the car sliding there enough to get it to rotate, but got it on the exit. Second gear here. Roll through without bogging down too much. That's probably where I could give me a little bit better second gear for this track. It's a little too tall. Keep it in third this time. I want to keep it on the left side of the white line there so you can switch directions. Big slide down a second at the 100 marker. Rough there. Third for just a minute. Should kind of snap the car in so it starts to slide. That gives you the best chance of rotating it. Kind of want to drive it from the rear. Very fast there. You want to carry as much speed as you can because this is all flat. Except for this. I'd be tempted to try that flat, but I don't know. If you got the line perfect and got the car sliding just right, it might be something you could do flat. A little fast into the final corner. That wasn't very graceful. Bet that wasn't as slow as it felt. Just 4 locked wheels coming into the hairpin. Oh, that was I got distracted there. But I think that was not the hardest hit. I got a 229. It's in third. All right, we'll come around and just finish this lap and then try. I should have time for at least one more. Probably just one more after this. That puts me P3. I don't know what is going on with the colors. This is making me upset. It's like every time something's not working right. Hold Jesse up. What am I doing? Yeah, it's definitely something with the sun going behind the clouds, like messes with the colors. Poor driving. Dang. Y'all are brutal. I might crash today. This is pretty difficult. time to do one more lap here. Might actually just have time to do 2. We'll see. Oh, Jesse had a little spin there. It's easy to do. All right, coming across the line. Hopefully make this a good one. I got, yeah, probably, oh no, this will be my last lap. Got a lot of traffic as well, which isn't ideal. If they're just coming out of the pits, they're not going to be able to start a lap, so it doesn't really make too much sense. Foot slipped off the brake there. Just understeering like like a truck. I was just really overdoing it there. Come on. All right. That's it for qualifying. Sitting third right now behind Valentine and FMG, but ahead of Jesse, just by a 10th. We'll look at that more in a second. I want to see if I can figure out this dang weather thing. Third is good, yeah, I'm happy with that. Gosh, it could be one of any billion settings that are in here. Oh. Is this by default? Is this also one? I don't know. Yeah, it's probably auto. I don't know how to change auto exposure though. Yeah, I was really hucking it in there. It's all right. All right, still be a good race if we're starting out front like that. I think I'm just on the normal, like, pure filter. I guess we can use 100%. I almost always have this on, I always have this on 200% exposure, so I don't know. I know, if the colors are the worst thing that happens today. Oh, Flash Nora goes and just destroys all of us with a 228.8. Oh, man. Hey, Nate, thank you. Race says we've got 2 races on the docket today. I don't know how the qualifying is settled for the second one, so we'll find out as we do it, but this first one will be just the straight up grid here. Looks like we've got 23 different cars in the race. It's full field, and I'm sitting 4th through qualifying, so I'll be a couple rows back, and I just really hope I can survive the start. Get through the first race just nice and clean. Don't hit anybody. That would be ideal today. We'll do 60 liters. Remind me to check the fuel at the end of the race. I don't want to run out though, and I don't think 10 liters is going to be the reason that I didn't win, if it came to that.
It is such a great car. If you've never driven this type of thing, like just treat it differently. Know that it's going to be very different, but it's once you get the hang of it. I mean, like I barely got the hang of it, but once you get the hang of it, it's a lot of fun. Nice to see a grid, though. I really don't know many folks in here. I know Valentine, because they organize a bunch of the stuff over at THR, which this is a part of. But I don't really recognize... I'm sure I have raced with at least one other person in here, but not folks that I race with often, so... Yeah, thank you for all tuning in and watching today. Should be quite a bit of stuff over the next few weeks. Got some random stuff. Should be doing next weekend. There's a race with Stroll, and we're gonna be racing historic touring cars at the Norris Ring, which will be really fun because I have not really raced at the Norris Ring before, so excited to like learn a new track, which doesn't happen that often. We got Sim Rally Masters is this coming weekend. I haven't even looked at that yet. Yeah, I've been just fooling around with GP4 in my free time this week. There's been a couple cool patches that have come out for GP4 that fix some of the long-standing kind of bugs with it, and yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll do a video with that if people want to see the GP4. I'd like to kick off the Grand Prix 2 championship stuff. There's a couple video ideas I'd love to make. We'll see. I probably won't do all of that in the next week. Yeah, I was on the Discord last night with Nate and them, and I was streaming GP4, and Eddie Irvine took me out. I put it on Instagram and stuff. He like actually swerved into me and took me out. Like it wasn't even a like a made up thing. All right, time for the race. 2 races, 30 minutes each. Got the super setup in there. I know, I'd like to do IndyCar 2 again as well, although Grand Prix 2 is the next thing I'm doing with that whole series of videos. I don't know, just having fun. All right, goals for this race are just making it through the whole thing. As we've seen, it's quite easy to have a big one. And hopefully have a clean start here. We got some really fast guys. I mean, I would say the top 7 are all very quick. Gosh, the top 15 are all quick. The top 7 especially are in the very, very competitive range. I don't know when the next 66 season is coming. I got to do the United States Grand Prix is the next thing for that. I haven't played Grand Prix Legends in a while, since the sports car 71 mod came out. It's too many things. It's like overwhelming sometimes how many different things there are. But all right, focus on Maseratis. It is cloudy now. Got the setup in. All right. Hopefully everybody here has a good race. Hey, the 66 season, it's going to be like 3 years in the making if I finish it at some point. I don't have much left. I'm going to try not to crash, but this is going to be genuinely very difficult, so I'm really hoping I don't bottle this up, but going to try my hardest. Standing start, of course, which I haven't done a standing start in a little bit. I guess we did one for Mexico, which never happened. "30 minutes around Bremgarten." It should be... How many laps is it going to be? Like 12? Yeah, race 1 of 2. We do get 2 tries at this. I'm going to be starting what was it? Was I P3? No, I think P4. So we've got Valentine, FMG Valentine, Flashshore, and myself, the first 4. Dry K behind me with Jesse, and then Alex Senna. So this should be the primary combatants here, but you never know. Somebody further back might slide up here. I might slide further back. Yeah, it's just got FMG in the wrong spot up there, but it'll fix itself. All right, lights are up. Thanks for tuning in today. Hopefully this goes well. Lights out. All right, up to second gear. Decent launch off the line. I was sitting in the wrong camera view. It's all right. Just really laid it back for the first corner here. Pretty nice and clean. His hands are sweating already. Should have probably put my gloves on for this. We're in the race now, so I don't need to take as many risks, and very much shouldn't. Got a little bit of a gap to the cars behind. It's the mirrors make it feel like they're further away. They're actually closer to me than I am to the car in front. But it's a little bit of a gap on both sides here. A little slow coming onto the back section of the course. But so far, so good. Dry K really caught up to me there in the braking, but I think he outdid the brakes a little bit. All right, come around to complete the first lap here. I made it through. I've lost the front 3 a little bit, and Dry K is or Drick. What are we saying? Drick or Dry K?
they're not very far behind me, just 1 second behind. So I need to keep an eye on that. See if I can build a little bit of a gap this lap. Just nice and steady. Hot there into Eichholz. Is it Drake? Caught up to me a lot there. It's difficult because you can launch it up the inside of somebody because you have to brake so early, but then you're going to absolutely cannibalize your exit. It looks like Flasher got around Valentine in front, or maybe that's been that way, but they're all very close up there, so I'll keep an eye peeled for a yellow flag at some point. Drake ran a bit wide there. I think just avoided contact. We'll try to do this a bit cleaner this time. Taking a peek. Taking a peek. That old Drake. Oh, he's going to be right with me now. I could have blocked in there, but it feels like a dirty thing to do in a 50s Grand Prix car. He's going to slide up the inside. The car behind me has a big run as well. Oh, it's a very tricky place to go side by side. All right, lost 2 positions there. Oh, I just kissed that inside wall. Andreas got around me. Stick with these guys. I feel like I'm quick enough to keep up with them. The front 3 are just a little bit out of my league. Car in front, Andreas there. Just get a little bit of grass. Pitched in just right there. It's all right. Jesse is not far behind either. I'm just not accelerating fast enough. I wonder if I'm launching it a little too far into the corners. Oh, Drake got into the wall there. Definitely. Into the fence, you could say, for real. It's an actual fence. I just keep my eyes peeled for these 2 in front. It's really, really hard to change directions in this car, especially in the corners. So if there's a spin or something, you kind of just have to hope you're lucky. I think I'm sliding there too much and not getting the exit I need on the front stretch. Saw it last time. Maybe I'm shifting a little bit too early. turned in slightly too early there. Almost hit the wall. Here comes Jesse. Whoa, sliding backwards in this one so far. Still a ways to go. We're not even a third into this. Here comes Jesse. He's going to get a run up the inside. Whoa, Jesse, be careful there, bud. They'll look out for each other a little bit in this. Yeah, we got a big gap behind, so I would fall into the back of that top 7 I was talking about. I was hoping I wouldn't end up there, but we'll see if we can pick any of these back up. Power at 7,600, so I'm shifting too late. All right, P7, I've slid back from 4th to 7th through the opening laps here. Kept it on the road thus far. These guys are properly quick. Whoa. That was Friday's Valentine. All right, we pick up a spot there. Valentine had some sort of off, but I wouldn't, if the car's not damaged, I wouldn't be surprised to see Valentine again behind me. It looks like the whole pack's pulled back a little bit towards me here. Just trying to get my groove in, I don't know. Looks like Flashore might be a little damaged or something. We'll see if we can get around him all right. Looks like it's wagging quite a bit. All right, back up to 5th just because of the little bit of attrition there through incident, but yeah, we'll see if, looks like Valentine's last a bit more time, so that might be it for them this race. Not sure what happened there. These 3 in front are all nice and close together, which I would hope they start battling. It might allow me to get into this. Jesse's looking up the inside of Andreas up there. Got 17 minutes to go, just a little over halfway left. P5. really, really hard to see the inside wall right now because of the cloud color and everything. Just like don't see it at all on approach. Found the apex finally. Yeah, I mean, this is second, third, and fourth up the road from me, battling a bit. They're a little side by side up ahead. Over halfway now. Yeah, they're just a tick faster than me, but I'm picking up my pace a little bit here. Just trying to keep it safe. I'd much rather finish fifth than crash. Ooh, we got a slow car on the inside. Lap traffic might get interesting here. I didn't think we'd hit much. Go. Lost quite a bit of time there, but really nothing you can do. I'm the most amateur that you can be. A little too fast through there this time. I got a really good gap behind me, so it's just all forward. Just nick the curb on the inside there. A few cars in the pits. It's a 2 minute 30s. I mean, I'm doing, I think, good laps for me, so We're just quick up front here. I definitely don't want to hit the curbs, but it was an accident. That's the only accidents I have, unless I'm pretty happy. You can still just see those guys as we nip around the corners. Like, they're not completely out of touch, but they've certainly pulled out on me. Battling for position, though. You never know what could happen here. All right, I didn't hit no curbs this time. How's that? Just a little bit early in the second. I might click my second gear just one notch shorter. We'll see what the speed difference is, but just feel like it's just slightly too long. It's almost at the wall there. 229.1, that's pretty good. Far, it's better than my qualifying time, I think. Must be rubbering up a bit. For a track like this, it's the dirt's getting cleaned up. Here in front. Oh, a bit too fast there. Just saved it from the fence. Kill my exit speed. Outside here, long right-hander. We got Wesley in front as well. Too big of a lift there for Trentignon. A little scary. Car wanders a lot under braking. Pulled out a lot of me. Just lap traffic hasn't been kind to me, and I made that mistake at the bottom of the hill. That was a 232, like 3 seconds that lap. could come back the other way. They got to pass traffic as well. Just kind of settling in for the finish of this one. We got a whole other race after this. Whoa. All right, get around Marco there. That was scary. Happy to survive that. That would have been a bummer. Way too early that time. Yeah, I got to try to figure out something for race 2 here. I'll definitely get my butt kicked by the top 5. And, well, top 4 right now, but then Valentine and Funor. What was his name? They were both very quick too, so getting my butt kicked a bit in this today. But I'm going to try to, for race 2, we're going to see what the fuel is at the end of this race. Maybe I can lose a few liters. And then I'm going to click second gear down just a skosh. We'll see what the speed difference is, but probably 1 notch shorter. So give us slightly better acceleration in second gear. I think it'll be better placed for the corners I use it on. The gap from first to second right now is very short as well, or very long rather, so. Second and third is quite short, so I think it'll be better to shorten it. Just 1 click if I can. Up on the curbs there in the exit. All right, just under 5 minutes left. Should be maybe 2 more laps. Yeah, I mean, pace-wise, I'm kind of where I thought I might be, so. Remember, there's always somebody faster in sim racing. Hardly ever am I the fastest person. Even when you think you really got it, there's just always somebody who will pop up that's just better, faster somehow. I might be able to goose it a little bit and get it to hug the apex, but it just understeered. This is both PvP and PvE, I'm pretty sure. That's what I like most about this racing. You're fighting the environment as much as you're fighting the other drivers. Not a lot of modern tracks where you really fight the track. If I can lose a few liters, it'll help me most in these braking zones. I can brake a little bit later. Yeah, I probably could adjust more, but I also don't want to reinvent the entire setup before moments before I do a full, 30-minute race in it. I think I like how the car feels quite a bit. 2 minutes ago, this should be the last lap. It really depends on how far ahead. Whoa, we got somebody spun up here. really let up. Make sure I get around him. Sorry, I think this is my last lap. It really depends on how far the leader is up the road. All right, 50 seconds to go. I think this will be the last lap. If not, I'll just do one more. Take a quick peek at the fuel. But yeah, pretty happy to get through this without crashing. Oh my God, I didn't hit anybody else, and I didn't hit the wall really. I don't think I hit anything. I think I might have just kissed the inside wall in turn one once. That's what I want. That's what I said I wanted to do in this race, and by God, I've done it. Down for the hairpin final time, probably. I really love driving this car at like 75%. It's just fun to drive around. It's not over yet, but I'm pretty sure we're just about there. We'll see if this is the checkered. No. All right, I gotta do a whole more lap. I was celebrating too early. Like I've never done that before. Ooh, we got a car spinning out in front. Throw something at me for the final time. That's what I get for you'd never talk about the race being over until it's over, I guess. There. Sorry, sixth is 14 seconds behind me, just about. Mr. Senna back there. Alright, this should definitely be it. There's no world where we're going another lap. I guess it's good we're going the extra lap, though, for the fuel count. Alright, come across the line, finish 5th. Started 4th, finished 5th. Definitely pretty happy to finish that clean, but Could have definitely been a little faster. We'll see if we can make a couple small improvements with the setup. And let's quickly check out what the fuel and stuff is. So I have 16.4 liters left. Well, I'll take 10 less liters. That should be nice. I could do more, but I wasn't really pushing the last couple of laps, so I might burn more if I. But yeah, I'm gonna bump second gear. We'll see what the speed difference is, but the plan is to bump it down one click. See if we can make it a little shorter, and then take some fuel out, and hopefully be a little sportier in the second one. Ooh, left front tire was. I wish I looked at my temps while I was driving. But yeah, nice to finish. Finished a race cleanly. That's a big deal to me. All right, FMG wins the race ahead of Dreek. Wow, Dreek finished second. Great job. Came from behind me to finish second. Really, really good. I mean, I know two of the front runners there had an accident, but still really good. Jesse gets it up to third, got around Andreas towards the end there, must have been, to finish second. They only finished, oh man, they were very close. Just 0.4 of a second apart, and then myself finishing in fifth. Not too bad. Hope it was fun to watch so far. A lot of folks in here today, so thanks for tuning in. We got a whole another race coming up. So yeah, we'll take 50 liters in the next one. I feel like I could do something with the tires, but I'm not gonna fool around with it too much. Yeah, let's look quickly at the gears. So we're doing 115 mile an hour in second. If I click it down, it's 113. I feel like I'm gonna go 2. I hope that's not too many. 109, from 115 to 109. That looks like a more even spread. 1 or 2? What do you guys think? Fastest lap was a 227.1. Man, I'm 2 seconds slow. No, I'm not going to change the suspension and stuff right now. Yeah, I think it's 2. 1 click, 2 clicks. Dang, you guys are 50-50. Yeah, I don't. 1 is so small of a change. It's 2 miles an hour. You can see how long second is, though. It's too long. Third and fourth are like the same length. Doing 2. We'll see. I mean, worst case, it's just a little slower. It's not going to be the end of the world. All right, with 50 liters of fuel, should be just enough. No, I don't need to. Some of it's just my pace is going to be slightly slower. I think some of these guys are just really quick. I'm okay with being a little slower. All right, great racing though, from what I saw. I mean, there was obviously the incident up front, but other than that, it was pretty clean running up front here. A lot of cars close together too. Had a close call there with Jesse going side by side. But we'll sit here to start race 2. I got all my music from the YouTube library. It's all free. This is just the new UI that comes with Content Manager. All right, it looks like for this race, I'm actually starting back in 10th, so I don't know why. It might have inverted a bunch or something. I don't know. Valentine is up front. So we'll see. Yeah, I would say that first race is pretty successful, so I'm not going to change too much for the second one. I did take 10 liters out of it, though. I had 15 extra at the end, so I'll take 10 out. I did back off a little bit. The reverse top 14, interesting. Yeah, I didn't
push super hard the last few laps, so yeah, I wanted to keep a little bit in it just in case I push the entire race here. Seems like I'm going to be in a bit more traffic this time, though. I don't... One, two, three, four. I mean, I'm at least starting back in like 6th, but I think I'm further back than that. Yeah, they definitely inverted some of them, so this is going to be interesting. It should make 10 liters will make a difference. Sometimes, though, with these older cars, they don't necessarily drive better when you take fuel out of them. It depends how the fuel fills it. Some cars actually, like, the weight balance is just better when you have more fuel in it. I don't think this is one of those, but it's interesting sometimes with some cars. I did adjust second gear. Yeah, it's quite a lot shorter, so we'll hope it's not too short. Yeah, it looks like I'm 6th, so we'll see. Yes, acceleration will be better, but... Alright. Do we have somebody to my right? The blue car is the one. This is one issue in the last race I didn't realize. I didn't know if there was some car to my right. I was like listening for it, but it's always good to know who's around you. All right. So race 2. Oh, the lights are up. We'll get going with this one. The plan's kind of the same. We'll see if I'm a little faster because of the changes. But mostly hoping to finish this clean as well. All right, nicely away there. A little bit better than Alex in front at the run. These two side by side in front, there's not a lot I can do. Wheel to wheel with Alex there. Bounce. Head past the quarry. Whoa, that was a little tight. Alright, second gear doesn't feel super crazy. Alex scared me a little bit in the braking zone there. I let off the brakes just to... Oh, that might have been Andreas, I'm not sure. But I had a car come up right behind me. We're all packing up here, so I think it inverted the top so ever many, so potentially the car in front is the slower one, but Valentine is in front of me because of where they finished, so I think Valentine gets around whoever's in the lead here. It might be gone. Coming up on the 3 here. Andreas right behind me. Whoa, Mark in front bounces off the wall. Whoa. That was so close. Side by side going up to the chicane's not ideal. Oh, Andreas sticks it in there. This is so scary, but how awesome is it? Here comes Jesse. Or FMG, they have similar cars. Clobber the curbs here. That was a bit panic braking there. I had it slow down plenty early, but they're shifting around so much in front. Trying not to get overtaken from behind there with FMG, but that's obviously a very quick car behind me. Andreas ran a bit wide there, clonked the invisible wall. These guys are so daring to put it side by side like that.
Andreas goes for a ride. FMG outbrakes himself into me. Oh my god, come on. Just get absolutely trampled there, Jesus. It's a bit unfair. Well, everybody's gonna win, I guess. I mean, FMG just totally outbraked himself and straight into me. And then everybody else decided to Days of Thunder it. It's alright, I'm still with everybody. I don't think I really have any damage, so just try to see what happens here. I have a feeling there'll be a little bit more craziness. I think I'm too passive, but I think it's silly to bonk into each other like that. But everybody else is driving pretty aggressive. Ooh, Alex there on the inside, I think. Oh, I think I saw a car there. Was that Jesse? I'm 10th now. I don't know how that's happened. So many cars on the road here. It's not an easy place to like racecraft each other. Alex up on the curbing here. With me a couple laps ago. Me a little bit to the inside. A little bit of a block. Yeah, I feel a little sportier, at least with who I'm racing here, but getting around is so difficult. Ooh, FMG locking it up there a little bit. Not really a lockout, more of a drift. I may be in 10th, but I think it's all the way up to like 4th in front of me here. Still a lot to happen in this one, 24 minutes to go. Too hot. Dang. Ah, that was the worst time to do that. Gonna kill me down this entire straight. Head down. Nothing worse than messing up when you head onto a long straight. Then you just gotta sit there. What could have been? Might be good that I'm backing up out of these guys, actually. I don't know what's gonna happen in front of me here. Oh my god, look at this Talladega on the backstretch of Bremgarten here. The Swiss don't even know what's about to happen. Right back to him. We got a pretty good gap behind, so it's really just all forward here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. So yeah, it is all the way up to P4 right in front of me. just all over each other. There goes FMG. There's Dreek lets me by up the inside. That's nice of them. All right, I had to slow down a lot for that. I just didn't know which way they were going. I really lost Alex and them in front. I think I am faster than Mark and Alex, and maybe Andreas as well, though I think Andreas beat me last race. But I think I'm faster than Mark and Alex, so I'm going to try hard here. I got 20 minutes to go, plenty of time. I should be able to catch them again. And now it's thinning out a little bit. I could maybe even race somebody. That was just crazy business in front there for a minute. I don't do well with those types of super close, so many cars like this on a track like this. It just seems like disaster waiting to happen. Dreek is right behind me though. I gotta be careful. They passed me last race. He's gonna send it. That was close. Put in good laps. I got some clean track here. It's a 2:33. I haven't done a good lap yet. It's just been lots of wheel-to-wheel stuff. We have one slow car here. Is that Andreas? Bounce off the grass a little. Dukes of Hazzard it. Oh my God, what a mess. Really messed me up. I bounced off the wall quite hard there. I'm going to damage the car pretty good. Let's see. Dang, my clean races is definitely over. If it wasn't getting trampled earlier on, that certainly was a big crash. Kept it pointed in the right direction though. Gave Dreek quite the scare, I'm sure. Up to 6th suddenly. I don't know how that happened. I'd say that was a good save, but like I bounced off the wall how many times? I don't think it was very good. He's so much quicker than me through there. I'm losing a lot of time through that corner. Oh, here he comes. He's had a really good run. Just gonna let him have that. See if we can learn something. Dreek's obviously very good. Wonder where they start braking for this. What I try to do. Oh, FMG's back as well. Man, wow, they're very quick. I don't know, we're gonna see if I can learn anything from Dreek here. Hopefully not just like lose them instantly. And I did a 2:30.7 despite the crazy quarry. Some smoke there. There goes Alex. All right, pick up another spot. Back up to 6th from where I started now. Yeah, it's just, how can you pass? nice run there. Go side by side with Treat. I'll have the inside for this long left-hander, but yeah, slip around him. I think I might have a little bit of a push there, slipstream-wise, from FMG. Almost did it too much there. Actually pulled out slightly on them. Come on. Catching up to Mark now. Yeah, he's definitely going flat out there. I gotta get some confidence and just do it. Oh, I didn't slow down nearly enough there. Oh. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. I outbroke myself, but did they both outbreak each other or what? Well, the first race was much cleaner. I guess that's to be kind of expected when you invert the grid on a race like this. I felt so good there too for a minute. Is it a lag spike or what? That was really bizarre. Car feels a little messed up now, unfortunately. Still about half a race to go, so we're not throwing this away yet. We can still have a good finish, but it's just been a little more messy than I'd like. We're P4 suddenly, and second and third are right together, about 6 seconds up the road. So let's see if we can get them. Did they might have hit behind me? I have no idea. FMG is still pretty close to me. Yeah, Valentine is having a clean race while we're just squabbling with each other back here. FMG is going to want by, but I would like to keep him behind me. I almost did it. Oh my God, the run. That's crazy. Just got to do it, I guess. Trying to make a total fool out of myself there again. I know we can flat the kink, it's just terrifying. But I've already bent this car up enough, we might as well try it, right? Got a 228.7, it's pretty speedy. I've closed up a little bit on the two in front. Might have to do it a bit faster though to get there in time. Missed the turn in for one. There, it's going to slow me down a bit onto the straight. FMG around the right side. Let him up a little bit there. Hit him. This is so intense. We're really catching the second and third place cars, though. At least third place. I see them coming back to me, so we'll see. Just under 10 minutes to go. Still a good amount of racing, 3-4 laps. Not over yet. I think a podium could happen. I'm trying to put pressure on him. He's very fast. That's so perfect. Ah, that was beautiful. I've never hit that corner that well. Whoa, he went too deep. Way too deep. Just totally missed the brakes there. All right, get back around FMG. How much damage? The damage must be like off on this server if the cars are surviving these hits. My car should be more bent up than this. But we'll take what we can get. I guess it's the same for everybody. Coming up on third place here. Right up to the wall there. I'll make sure I get a good exit here. Drake is caught back up to FMG, and if they can flirt with each other, that would be ideal for me. I think this is. I mean, I know people. We'll talk about damage stuff after the race. I'm not gonna worry my mind about it right now. Flasher in front. I lifted just because I wasn't going to make the corner. I didn't quite get the turn in right. You got to get the turn in perfect if you're going to do that, I guess. Oh, these two in front, I think both slid a bit wide there. I didn't do that perfectly either, but they're second and third right with me now. Mark and Flasher. Drake got around FMG. I'd really love to clear these two in front quickly, so put a little gap between me and Drake. Never gonna get that corner as good as I got it that last time. It's a lot of grip now. Dang. I tried to just power through that. Oh, I'm sorry, Drake. I tried to get out of the way, but... I'm so frustrated I did that. It's like one of those times where... Oh, my car is so messed up. It's one of those times where I could have saved it, but I tried to push through the accident so that I wouldn't lose too much time. And I end up crashing myself and Drake, so... well, live and learn, I guess. In a perfect world, I could have got a podium out of this. disappointment in the second race. I mean, this race was a mess. But definitely my mistake at the end here. Inside of drink, I guess. I feel bad. Car is very, very crooked now. Almost, I mean, this race is kind of a lot. I was going to say that I almost made it through a day without crashing. This whole race was one big accident. First race was good, though, at least. I think reverse grid for a track like this is quite tricky. Despite being crooked, the car is still pretty quick. Just the wheel's not straight anymore. It's 3 minutes to go. It's probably 2 more laps because Valentine is very far ahead. I'm really not that far off FMG. I don't know if they've got damage somehow. Drake is quite close to me too. I wouldn't be surprised if they want it back. Some slow cars here. Not sure who that was. Those lapped cars, or I don't. Well, it looks like I'm in 4th, so there's a position there. Not sure who that was though. No, it's not terrible to finish 4th, but I don't really care where I finish necessarily. It's more, did I drive well? Did I have good battles? And I don't think I drove very well in this second one. Maybe this is the last lap. Just enjoy what I can of driving around Bremgarten because it truly is such an awesome track. This version of it especially. I've wanted to do some online racing around here for a long time, so I'm happy I get to do it. It's so tricky though. I mean, we're crashing a lot today because it is hard. In a car like this especially. It's a good track if you want to take like a Porsche 718 or something. Track for like a lighter sports car. And I honestly think that and motorcycles is what they raced around here the most. somebody spun off here. It's Fabian. I never did do this flat. I got close once. Car's too bent now to try it. All right. This should be it. But maybe one more lap, but we'll come to the line and see. Once more around. So final lap here at Bremgarten. It's in fourth, and honestly not that far behind FMG for third, but it's going to take some active God to catch up at this stage. Dreek's 3 seconds back, so just going to have a nice smooth lap here. Somebody locked up in front. Well, prior to this stream, I drove today for like an hour and a half, so I've been driving a lot today, but it's been a lot of fun driving around this track with this car. And the racing is interesting. I mean, I'm coming away, which I guess is kind of the same with AI. It is hard to race around this track, and that is so often true with race circuits that are fun to drive. Fun to drive and good for racing don't often go hand in hand. There are definitely some, but I would say a lot of the most fun to drive tracks are not good race tracks. And oh, that's sketchy. Just make it exciting there through the chicane. Streak coming up a little bit, but we should be able to get through the hairpin before it gets to me. All right, well. A lot of bruises and scars in this one. I got crashed into. I crashed into others. Coming away, I guess fourth place. So fifth place in race one, fourth place in race two. Could be a lot worse, but I had fun racing with these. All right. Yeah, this one was tough. There's Dreek. I'm sorry they ran into me when I slid all over the place through Eichenholz there. But great racing with Dreek. Definitely had some good racing when we weren't hitting that one too. Yeah, properly tired now after that. FMG's up in the woods. All right, let's see if I want to see if I can watch like the first lap of this. But who won? Valentine won, of course, ahead of Mark. Mark held on for second. I was pushing so hard to try to catch Mark before FMG caught me, which is kind of my fatal mistake. I should have just kept it within my my range. Stuff to remember for the future. But yeah, FMG gets the third step of the podium, ahead of myself in fourth, and I think fifth there was Dreek. All right, I'm gonna pull up the. Oh, that's the wrong camera. Here we go. I want to pull up the replay of that and see if I can watch just the first couple laps.
See what it was like. I appreciate y'all sticking around though. There we go. Just fast forwarding to the actual start. I got a pretty good start here in this race, I think. Beautiful cars. A little bit of argy-bargy there into the first corner. I hate that I said that. Argy-bargy. That always bugs me. Dorsey Schrader always said that. Oh, I had a little bit of a knock of wheels behind me. I did get through the first couple corners clean, though. I think it was lap 2 that I just got absolutely destroyed here. Oh, yeah. Alex there behind just totally overcooked it. That's what I did later in the race, the exact same thing, so. Yeah, sometimes there's nowhere to go. How good is that? Not Swiss Miss Coco, no. Yeah, I love watching these cars slide around. It's awesome. I was doing well, like, cool head, stay in the game. Like, that's, I fell to the back of this little pack because they were all so crazy, and I lost that mentality. Because it did clear up a little bit. Oh, that was so, I remember that. It was so close with the 3 car there. Yeah, but I was touching the brakes a little bit here because there wasn't anywhere for me to go. Andreas gets around me as well through the kink. But I just lost the mentality of survive, and that was my mistake. Because I think I probably could have finished second in this, or at least had a shot at it. Pretty crazy hairpin there. Yeah, I mean, the crash into is nothing I could do about that, which is coming up here, which is what I wanted to see. Just make sure I'm not calling it different than I thought it was. Yeah, these guys, I mean, it was pretty crazy stuff. And then, yeah, FMG just broke themselves. There's nothing I could do about that, but then we kind of got caught together, and yeah, Dreek ran into me. I mean, yeah, I got kind of mad in the moment because it felt like I just got bullied out of the way, but it was really one crash that then everybody was just trying their best to avoid. I do want to see my mistake later, my big mistake. It was right around here, right? Yeah. It's this lap. I do want to see this just to see if I can learn anything about it. It was very tiring. Very, very tiring today. Yeah, I was just really like hoping I could catch up to these two before Dreek caught me. And I slid too much, got the dirt, which caused it to over-rotate, and then I just like didn't go into save mode instantly, and then nothing Dreek could have done there. I feel bad that they got caught up in that. Yeah, let's watch it in slow. So like I go in too hot, get on the throttle, kick the rear end around, and it hits the grass, which causes it to rotate more. And this is the point where I should have like gone into let's fully save let's fully save the car and lose time. But I was still in the like don't want to lose time, so I tried to throttle out of it and see if I could catch it with the wheel, which of course I was so extreme sideways that I'm going to have a massive tank slapper and spin the car the other direction. I'm lucky I didn't fully spin out because I hit the fence. I would have spun out otherwise. And then I was just along for the ride, and Dreek couldn't avoid me, which isn't their fault at all. Live and learn. That's one of the things I catch myself doing is like, if I'm crashing, just save the car. Don't worry about losing time. If you're actually crashing, you might as well save the car. Live and learn. But I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. Definitely had fun. Hopefully race maybe another one in these series. I think they're going to Pescara next, which I don't know when the race is, but if it's at a time I can do it, I think that one would be a lot of fun to do. Just as tricky as this track, but probably a little easier to race there because it's so there's a lot of long straights that you could pass or something. So yeah, I'd like to do it. Hopefully I'm free then. But thank you for sticking around if you did. And yeah, I'll be back soon with something else. There's lots of stuff coming up over the next week or so. So I will definitely be back with something like that. But have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Saturday night. And I'll see you all later. Have a good one. Whoa. Goodbye.